rest for the wicked, I see.
Eat this!
Blade at the ready. Let's get going. What now? Let's have some fun. Keep guessing. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Maglobiet.
You know Maglobiet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them. 'Cause I'm loyal to Maglobiet. 'Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god. They like feasting, fighting, and fornicating. Who doesn't? Absolute gives them that. Gotta know your place in the world, though. McGlubbiot's kept us in line. That's what a god's supposed to do. You think this is funny? I'll be the one laughing when things turn ugly. Safer in here than out there. You think this is funny? Look at where the Absolutes love gotten. Dead! Thanks for breaking me out. Gonna find me a new...
I've got a long road ahead.
Tell me, what can I do for you?
Look at that beast. Seems almost too big to take flight.
You go a lifetime without seeing one, and then they won't stop pestering you.
I suggest we admire it from afar.
I tangled with a dragon once. Never forgot it.
before they see you, Gresham! What? Apart from the dragon? Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone. Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
What's in here?
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
Can we kill them? Please. Pretty please.
My hand slipped.
What easy prey you make, walking right within my blade's embrace. These creatures are so simple to ensnare, Beretta. You mule too much about your task.
Forgiveness, Kithrak.
And as for you, tell me, why shouldn't I run you through this instant? Perceptive for such an inferior creature. For you to keep sucking air, it is necessary for you to tell me something of worth. A vessel fell from the sky. We seek a precious weapon that was taken from it.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands any more than it does the Absolute followers.
Help us find it, and I will leave your blood beneath your skin unspilled. Do not speak. Your bleating offends my ears. Just stand still.
He begins to move his hand in a quick flurry of gestures. You realize he's casting Detect Thoughts.
Nothing even approaching a useful thought in that skull. I ought to just kill you. So bold in the face of death. Perhaps you may live after all. Better to let stronger blood thrive. It can give rise to worthier foes and hardier slaves. Don't disappoint me.
Detour.
Looks like that dragon destroyed the road.
Detour.
Ready and willing.
A hero at heart.
Who goes there?
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive? Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki. They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient. What? No, of course not. I was merely... Well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition. The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly. You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help, then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. Oh, you wonder... Hold on. It looks different to what I expected. Are you sure that's a Gith egg? What the Society doesn't know won't hurt it. And we're left handsomely legacied either way. I rather like this plan. You have yourself an accord. Here's your payment. I'd hope it's enough to warrant your discretion, too. Thank you so much. Do be sure to pop into the lodge should you ever visit Baldur's Gate. I should hope so. When adventure calls, I am always thoroughly prepared. Take a look. Now, I...
Your desire? Never a dull moment.
North, Rosy Morn Monastery. West, Moonrise Towers.
Trap. Be cautious.
Well, hello.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
A trap! Watch it!
idea.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. Let's have a look.
The Absolute's forces have taken Father to Moonrise Towers.
What's that?
Walk in the way of dawn, for Lathander cannot protect you where the light doth not reach.
I used to be agog at everything when I first walked in the sun. Perhaps I'm adjusting to this new life.
It's when you use words like agog that I remember you're actually 2 centuries old.
And it's when you think agog is an impressive word that I remember you're just a child.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Originally, Shadowdale. Lately, the fanciest inns of Waterdeep. Meet Elminster Ormar, a good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
Oh, for the love of...
This way, then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling. A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Thank you for that most considerate reminder.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mystra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mystra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can.
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
He is not. But it seems that Mystra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend. But such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Maenahastra mistraril idalion thras annas dithra. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad? It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope. Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mistra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do? Fuck me. There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off.
Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
You wish to speak?
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that? Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
Your skull trembles, your parasite wriggles. Lae'zel sees your memories of your confrontation with Kithrak Voss.
Voss! Jastil Kithrak, Knight Supreme. An honorable warrior, Vlaakith's finest. I am impressed. He wanted your head, yet it remains firmly atop your shoulders. A lesser man would be adorning the road as a shredded corpse. If by nice you mean truthful, then consider me positively pleasant. Now, to the point. The creche is not far from where you met Voss. We must go there immediately. Unless, of course, you'd rather sprout waxy tendrils where there were no tendrils before. Keep me at your side, and I will invoke protocol. It is my people's duty to aid infected Githyanki. Had I been traveling with you, we might have avoided the Knight's fury.
Defender of the people.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Let's get going.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days. The Doddering Act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms. Perhaps in existence. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left. Of course, you offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it. I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it. Possibly the most spectacular one ever conceived. But essentially, yes. I'm living on borrowed time, in more ways than one. Perhaps this is how it must be. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating. Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. You may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Do not walk in darkness. Turn to the light. Do not enter.
Broken. Need to find another way.
Salutations.
What to do?
The air is ripe with magic.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, eat it.
This view's almost worth the walk.
Approach the ferry in Lathander's grace. May his gaze shine upon you, pilgrim.
Next time's the charm?
That was tough. This can't have been used in a while.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Another ruined temple full of foul-smelling beasts, spoiling for a fight.
A mere temple. This was a monastery, devoted as much to study as to worship.
So it'll be free of foul-smelling beasts, then?
Quite the opposite. Some monastic orders celebrated their pungency as proof of their devotion. To think is to stink, was the motto of one ill-fated brotherhood near Arm. Oh, but you meant beasts of the life-threatening variety. Yes, I'm sure it's teeming with those. I do enjoy our conversations. What do you need? She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
I applaud your taste. What have we here?
No one back home will ever believe this.
These cragged hills make for weary souls. I see why most headed inland prefer the smooth sailing of the Chionfa.
More importantly, the land west of here suffers under a terrible curse.
You've seen it for yourself?
I've glimpsed that doom during my travels, but never dared get close.
North, Rosy Morn Monastery.
I don't fancy their chances.
Things is more trouble than it's worth.
No holding back.
holding back. Death is but a word away. Battle favors the fearless.
Lovely little pick-me-up.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Keep your distance, darling. Should be easy.
Looking ahead,
a day. Easy.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Defender of the people.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Looks like a Githyanki, if the armor is anything to go by.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Xavier, get behind Mummy! Xavier! Xavier! Don't talk to it. It might have germs.
No time to rest.
Sharp as ever.
You can pass, but you're not to talk to me. Gross.
Looks like it would have made a powerful weapon.
One with the weave.
Blade at the ready.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Lathendarian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawn Masters, esteemed members of the clergy. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawn Master Seed. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawn Master Stockhold. Dawn Master Vassaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name. Dawnmaster Versailles. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory.
The weapon stopped glowing. How odd.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn the reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated Dawnmaster Vasaid wielding the rest of the inscription, and Dawnmaster Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising Dawnmaster Seed. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory. Dawnmaster Versailles.
Careful, I might. Let's crack it open.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Guardian of Faith spell, and a remarkably long-lasting one at that.
Pawn to Cleric 4.
This is my time. Defender of the people.
Alright, what now?
I'll fill that one later.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy! The Thunder, forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
Talking statues are never a good sign.
Seek and you shall find me.
Magic mouth spell. So that voice must be from someone long deceased.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy! The Thunder, forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
That's curious.
Within the artifact, a feeling stirs. Uncertainty.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Githyanki. They're hunting you. They want the artifact. They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
The blood of Lathander, spilled in holy battle with Samaster, immortalized here for all to worship.
Yankee blade, no doubt.
Scour through the whole creche in his search.
Be calm, Rastil. Those standing in truth need not fear Vlaakith's gaze.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly! We are aware, and it is dire. But of late we've been distracted. Perhaps the news you bring will change Inquisitor Wargaz's mind. Seek the Inquisitor within. Step lightly, Istik. He's not known for his lenience. You may proceed.
You may proceed to the...
Stop meddling where you aren't wanted, Istik.
Any word on the search for the artifact, Rastil?
Loose words are food for gay spies. You should know better.
I heard they're making us join the patrol soon. The search must be going badly.
Hush, Quanirel!
What if they don't find the weapon? Do we even know it? An Istik? But you can't be here. I can't be seen with you. That's your cry.
Quanirel, the Inquisition have more to worry about than who you talk to in the corridors.
The Inquisition are here on Queen Vlaakith's orders. They're searching for a weapon that could finally destroy the Gake.
Quanirel, keep your mouth shut. You're going to get us in deep skva. They're the darkness at the edge of Queen Vlaakith's light. It's easy to get lost in their shadow. When they find the weapon, they'll go, and things here can be normal again. If you have news to discuss with the...
I should have attended the...
The Yankee are distracted enough. They don't need your...
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien. In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before. You take a moment to fully appreciate your masterpiece. She certainly looks a little less regal now. This imperious portrait of the Githyanki warrior queen seems somewhat less so when adorned with your embellishments.
No. Oh, the Inquisitor will have our necks for this!
Oh, it smells awful in here. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Istik are permitted to view the birthing pools now. These are strange times. Step carefully while here. Our hatchery is protected by lethal safeguards. I do not wish to pick your remains from them. Amusing. You may speak to the Varsh if you wish, but stay away from the egg. There will be no second warning.
Be wary. This place is trapped. These things have stayed interesting.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin that my position has not changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore... Oh. I was not expecting an Istik. What brings you to my hatchery? Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance, but I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.
Not all that arrive late are weak. I created this entire hatchery, despite being the last of my clutch to hatch. They almost drowned me in the hatching pool, if it wasn't for the varsh of my clutch. This one deserves the same chance. Kithrak Therazin will give orders to destroy it. She will say it's a weakling. I'll give it a while longer. And if it doesn't hatch, it will have proven her right. No. The child will be safer with me. I know what it needs. This is my duty. I will protect it. Enough!
Lost in thought. The pride of the gate.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Now Istik wander our halls.
On second thoughts, perhaps an inquisitive Istik would make a good
Not now, Kachuki! We're busy! Oh, the Istik wants to play! What do you say, Rajak? Shall we play with the Istik?
Yeah, let's play.
You lose, Kachuki! Go play by yourself. What do you want now? No.
Lovely day, this. For now.
You'd better be watching.
Where am I needed?
This one's gonna be good.
No trouble at all.
Watch this, Rajak!
A crooked touch.
Chucky, look!
If I'm seen speaking with an Istik, Captain Thurzin will...
Weren't expecting that, were you, Kachoki?
So Githyanki sleep in beds too. How conventional.
That they let outsiders into the creche sets a bad precedent.
Gustil Stornagos employs some intensive methods for a healer.
What business have you in a creche dormitory?
A parasite. Take it. It might be useful. There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
Vertical incision from pineal eye to end of notochord. Intestinal coloration consistent with samples 231 to 259. Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there gawking? A very specific question. One that speaks of a more personal motivation for asking. I can only deduce. You have a parasite of your own. Curiosity without toil is like a broken viewing glass. Unfocused and incapable of insight. Let's see what knowledge your labors have borne so far. Tell me, what is your understanding of ceremorphosis? I suspected as much. Though I am fascinated that you've retained the ability to lie about it. You aren't the first Istik to require my treatment. Though you're the most lucid by some margin. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaithisk. I will ensure you are cured. It will relieve you of the specimen lodged in your cerebral cortex. What else? It will be worth it, I assure you. Even Githyanki rarely experiences Aethys. You are very lucky, Istik. Go on. My time is vital. Do not squander it.
The Zaithisk. This unnatural device offers your best chance of purification. You feel your parasite stir.
Do not fear. My experience in operating this machine is unparalleled. There is nothing on any plane stronger than a Zaithisk for curing unwanted afflictions. More than ceremorphosis.
It's only a horrific machine of unspeakable form. What's the worst that could happen?
Your body grows cold, its warmth sapped by the cold metal seat. The machine awakens.
You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaithisk will do the rest.
Layers of magic weave themselves tightly around your head. The tadpole squirms and contracts. It's trying to hide. The device possesses immense but unfocused power. If you fail to direct it towards the tadpole, your faculties could face permanent harm. Your skull groans and bends under the pressure. Then agony. Through waves of torment, you search for the parasite's lurking presence. The device searches too. You sense its hunger, its craving. It wants the tadpole, but maybe something more.
That's it. Ignore the pain. Think of the tadpole. Think of it purged.
That's no cure. It's going to kill you. Get out!
The parasite burrows deeper, sinking its teeth into your brain's exposed tissue. It sucks greedily. You feel yourself ebbing away, while the parasite only grows stronger. It's evolving.
Never fails.
The device yearns for the creature, for every part of you tainted by its presence. You will be consumed. The tadpole quivers. A different magic is building within it. This one is ancient. Rotten.
No more!
The device makes contact. You feel your spirit unraveling, drawn from you in sinewy threads. Your body is a leaden husk, abandoned, as you drift along the threads into the darkness. Death awaits.
Enough.
The room swims back into focus. Your mind is intact, yet unfamiliar. Inside it, the tadpole lives on, and you feel different.
No! The Zaithisk! What have you done? My life's work gone, and yet you live. And so does your parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
This childish display is fooling no one. The Zaithisk does not fail. The only variable in this experience was you and your parasite. And I will uncover how this happened. Wait here. I will gather my tools.
Incredible. Your parasite is even stronger now.
Locked in. That's rarely good news. Locked in. That's rarely good news. Sharp as ever. hero at heart. Can't give up now.
How delicious. With pleasure.
At least things have stayed interesting.
A tale for the ages. One can't always be a gentleman.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Roll in my favor. Wounds are too much to bear.
Another fight. Let's go. These boots have seen everything.
Let's try this.
No gloom, all doom. On it.
must have questions. Skvar! The Sathisk. It might have killed you. I felt your torment. The Gustil tampered with it. Traitor! And there may be more still. This must be why the Inquisitors come. Vlaakith does not abandon Githyanki. The Zaithis was tampered with. There is no other explanation. Now hurry. We must go to the Chirai and inform him of the Doctor's sedition. To the Inquisitor at the creche. The Zaithisk's failure must be reported. Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100. Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The Queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once. Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Though it must be said, you are an uncommonly adequate member of your species. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children. Go on then.
Not the resounding success we were hoping for. Still, the price of ambition is occasionally catastrophic failure. At least our skulls remain intact.
So, the Githyanki have no cure for our condition. Unless you count death as a cure. I won't pretend to be surprised. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell. What? Besides my life's calling? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster. Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. It's not too deep. You won't find a more learned
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins...
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo...
But I nearly have it. As you wish, my friend. When the transformation occurs, I can only hope you are far away from me. Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have.
The menacing Githyanki machine and its jagged pincers held no cure.
I'm not surprised that the Gith's insane device didn't remove our tadpoles. I'm just disappointed. My sweet, there is nothing I'd like more. I'll come to you tonight, when you're snugly wrapped in your bedroll, and we can have a little privacy. And this time, I'll make sure I'm quiet. We don't want to disturb your rest. Later on, when we are at rest, I will eat you right up. Just enough to give me strength, and just enough to leave you wishing for more.
You wish to speak?
Ah, another dead end. If the tadpole doesn't kill us, trying to cure it just might. Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. I need to find a mechanic. A good one. Or this thing's going boom. Well, I imagine it's lights out, Big K. And then it'll be just you, your parasite, and the wild yonder. I'm sure you'd manage. But this old girl's got a few things to do before it comes to that. Soldier?
You recognize the feathered creature. It's the owlbear cub you rescued.
What a delectable little pet. Oh, now look. You've scared off the little snack.
Avril! Stop this insufferable whining. Your disobedience brings shame on Kresh Yenik.
I'm sorry, Savage.
Are you here to learn from our Savage? He's so powerful and wise. No wonder Vlaakith put such faith in him.
Stupid Val! Why didn't you just kill me? The Savage will make our lives miserable.
We're not skiving. We're just waiting for our lesson to start.
Stop distracting me, you stick. I'm missing the lesson.
Your disobedience brings...
Want to watch Val get punished? He's in so much trouble.
Chucky!
Come to join. Wait your turn. If anyone's beating up...
Chucky! Why do you keep hesitating? My instructions were clear.
Because they don't make sense. Killing each other like this. It's stupid. Orpheus...
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark?
suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson. Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a Gake's eyeball just by looking at them. I hope you prove as weak as this should we meet on the battlefield, Istik. You are well on your way to being Gate food. Do better! What is it? These insufferable interruptions are distracting from my lessons. My students earn the most silver swords of any creche under Vlaakith's command. Their potential may not be apparent to your untrained eye, but my methods never fail to extract it. It is up to them to deliver on this potential. They know the punishment if they fail. Strike hard! Slice flesh! No hesitation!
Unless you want to be set up as target practice, I suggest you leave, Istik.
Quicker! A Gate would have smeared you across the floor by now.
Is that what a mind flayer looks like on the inside? As if the outside wasn't disturbing enough.
Strike hard! Slice flesh! Hesitation! Mercy is death, death is mercy. This is Vlaakith's will. Quicker! A Gate would have smeared you across the floor.
The captain has little patience for your kind. You'd better...
Another Istik. You're lucky we didn't catch you outside, or you'd be in with the cap.
Ugh. Blood? Rust? Squall? Is there no odious substance not? I'd heard this plane was disgusting, but I didn't think it would be like this. Most metals here fold like Istiks, much like Istiks themselves. But if you're so keen to extol their virtues, you can pay accordingly. On your way, then.
Hello, you.
What to do?
Their tongues properly.
I'm sure you would. Likely before they'd had the chance to say anything.
On second thoughts, perhaps an inquisitivistic would make a good practice dummy.
Strange that one of your kind would be allowed here. Go look herself if it's so important.
Feel free to suggest it. I'm sure she'll appreciate your input. An Istik allowed to soil our halls? Chick.
Think the Kithrak will cheer up when we find it.
I think we all will, when this pestilent search is finally over.
Maybe things will be better when the Chukrai leaves.
So long as he leaves with what he came for.